The Killer is a brand new Netflix original movie starring Michael Fassbender and directed by David Fincher. It is out right now on a limited theatrical release, but it is coming out on Netflix on the 10th of November. Here's my review. So, Michael Fassbender is the killer. He is an assassin hitman that is basically sent on jobs all around the world. We start off and he is basically on a mission and it goes wrong, and the rest of the movie then follows the repercussions and the actions that he takes to fix what he did wrong. And to be honest, this movie is getting exceptional reviews, right? It really is, and I can't say that it's not really good, but I don't think it's as good as it's being made out to be, and that is just my personal opinion, so don't hate me. I just think there were some parts of this movie where I was just a little bit bored, and for example, the first 10 minutes are Michael Fassbender just yapping. He's just yapping, and it's cool at parts. He is setting up basically for a job that he's doing, and you get to see him in the zone, you know, controlling his breathing and surveying and spying on people and stuff. But overall, he was just talking some words that honestly I didn't care any bit for, and I was just kind of tuning out. And as the story is told, it's told in 6 chapters, and each chapter is essentially in a different location, to be honest. And it's cool. It's a cool way to tell the story. But I just didn't connect with this movie, and I don't know why. But listen, here's some things that I did like. Michael Fassbender is stone cold, and he aces this part, and he was really good. Cannot take that away from him. I also really liked the sound design. There is one fight scene, actually, in particular, in Florida. I think it's chapter 3 or 4, so you'll know it when you see it. And Michael Fassbender fights some dude in a Florida house, and the sound design and soundtrack that was going on in the background, it was really weird and eerie, but really cool. And the fight choreography was great. But that's all that we got really in this movie in terms of like full-on action sequence. And I wanted to see more of that, because that moment I was like, that's badass, but we didn't get as much as I wanted. So I kind of was a little bit underwhelmed when that scene was so good, but that's basically the only time that we get to see him flexing his muscles as basically a hitman in a situation on one-on-one with someone else. And, you know, you can probably argue that hitmen and assassins, they usually don't want to be in a one-on-one fist fight with someone because they want to just take them out and get away sneakily. And we do get to see moments like that where Michael Fassbender puts on a disguise and he's eyeing things up. How am I going to get in? How am I going to get out? How am I going to do this quietly and stuff? And that's great. But overall, there was just something really lacking in this movie for me, and I don't really know how to put my finger on it, but it just felt a little bit boring to me, and especially the ending was very anticlimactic, and I was literally sitting there as the credits rolled, and I was like, that's it. But listen, as I said, so many people are loving this movie, so it might just be me having a bad day or something. I don't even know. Yeah, if you want to see The Killer, it is out right now in certain cinemas, so just do check online, because I'm not sure exactly which cinemas are showing it. Some are, some aren't. And if you want to wait, it's on Netflix in 2 weeks on the 10th of November. I just don't think it's as good as it's being made out to be, so I'm going to have to give it a 3 stars, 6 out of 10. Michael Fassbender is great, but overall the movie just was not as good as I was expecting it to be.